Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to the Japa meditation. Very happy to see you again after 3 weeks of absence. And sometimes when we have a long break, when we start again, there is almost no one joining the course anymore. Everyone got out of routine, but very happy to see how many of you are there. And we had a beautiful preaching tour, and we had a Japa retreat or Holy Name retreat in Slovenia. And there was actually very, very beautiful inside. It was really, really, the Holy Name was extremely merciful to all of us. And today I want to share a little bit in relation to this, to some of the insight that we had. And one lecture was given about the sacred space, or entering the sacred space. And there we were learning that secret space is also a mood or a spirit or a consciousness or a state of awareness. And it's very beautifully described in the Chandogya Upanishad that the body is like a town, the heart is like a house, and in the house there is one room, one very special room where the Lord resides and where we ultimately reside. But often we do not enter that room. We pass in front many times, but we have forgotten about that particular room. And there is a room, is a place where we can be sacred space, where we can connect deeply with the Lord. So if we look from the window of entering the secret space, from a type of mood or a mental frame of mind or awareness, there for Japa, what is the most powerful is the awareness that the name is non-different than Radha Krishna, than the Lord himself. And this is the secret space we will try to enter as the first step today, to cultivate this awareness that the name is actually living, living name, like Maharaj writes in his book, The Living Name. Now, one thing that came also very strongly to me, because often in our workshop we have the rule that we have a meditation, and when we notice the mind was gone, then we bring the mind back to the holy name with the meditation. But it became clear to me that very often the mind is going too often away. So then we lose the ability to bring it back, because sometimes it goes away. In one mantra, it goes 2 or 3 times away. After each name, the mind is already gone. So in that sense, I noticed that this tool is not so helpful. And I thought to change that by trying to stay with the holy name, at least for one mantra, and with that particular meditation. So mantra after mantra, to stay with that meditation, and really to try at least one mantra. So this is what we will try to do. I mean, we did also that in the previous time, but I felt it's more useful or more effective. So we will try to keep our mind connected with this awareness. And when we are connected to this awareness, it's almost like we enter that secret space into the heart, and we can close the door, stay in and close the door, and try to stay mantra after mantra with this awareness that the name that we are chanting right now is Radha Krishna. It's a living name. We cultivate this awareness that the name is a person, and that we are now interacting with persons as we chant the holy name. So mantra after mantra, we cultivate this awareness and try to enter into that secret space inside of our heart. Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I once was speaking with a devotee who is a healer, a very mystical type of devotee. And we were speaking of the secret space. And the devotee was telling me something very interesting. She said that actually you enter the sacred space when you remain in the present. When you are going to the future or to the past, you are out of the room. But when you are at the present, then you actually enter into that secret space, into the heart. And I think you might have noticed we were trying now to stay in this secret space of awareness that the holy name is non-different than Radha and Krishna, at least for one mantra. And you notice in the beginning, you cannot stay long in the secret space. Yeah. But as we go through and as we try one mantra after mantra after mantra, we get possibility to be a little bit more, and maybe for the length of two mantra, maybe for the length of three mantra. Slowly, we enter deeper. It's like a process. It's something gradual that we have to keep trying, keep cultivating, staying in the present, and going deeper and deeper into that secret space. And when the name is there, when Nam Prabhu is there, here is Krishna, here is Radharani. As we chant the holy name, then we try to just serve them nicely, try to pronounce the name nicely, and just stay in this awareness. Here is Krishna, here is Radharani, here is the holy name, here is a person, here are persons that I'm chanting their names. So we try to go a little bit deeper into this room. It's a little bit hard work in the beginning, but if we persevere, we will go more and more into the inside of that room where the future and the past disappear, and where here is Krishna, here is the holy name, and we serve the holy name the best of our ability, trying to chant nicely every mantra for the pleasure of Harinam Prabhu. Mm. Hare Krishna, devotees. I was yesterday listening a lecture from His Holiness Bhaktivedanta Maharaj. It was a disciple meeting, and one Mataji was asking quite an elaborate question, and she was mentioning about some therapy, psychotherapies that she did, and some way of controlling the mind, and in that way, in the question, and Maharaj was not so sure also to have gotten the question so clear, but he started to answer that actually many of those techniques, mind control techniques or psychology or like this, can be actually very helpful at some stage of our spiritual development. But then he was saying, actually, as more as you advanced in spiritual life, as more as you should actually be able to give up the controlling attitude from your side, but to start to be taken or carried by Krishna, to be controlled by Krishna, to be in his hands, and to be, yeah, we could say controlled or taken by Krishna's hand. And I thought also this is a very, very beautiful way. In Japa, we are trying our best, we are using techniques, but there is also a time where we actually want to give up of controlling ourselves. And it's an act of surrender, actually, to surrender to the name, to allow the name to take over. And we know very well that the soul, we hear in the scriptures that the soul can only desire. Everything else will be done by the body, the mind, the intelligence, but the soul can desire. So we can, like Bojan Prabhu often says, simplify the task. So we will just give up, we'll give our full self into the hands of the holy name. And the only things we still do is we desire. we desire to serve. We desire to just be there with the Holy Name and to serve the Holy Name. And the rest we fully depend on the Holy Name. So it's now an act of giving up control and being fully under the care of the Holy Name. The only thing we still do is desire to be with the Holy Name and serve the Holy Name. Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for joining today. When we had this Japa workshop, I had actually a very beautiful thought coming to the end. I was remembering His Holiness Krishna Kshetra Swami. Once he said in a class, he was speaking about friendship. And he was saying, according to modern psychology, a friend is a person that you spend at least 1 hour of quality time with per week. Then you can call this is a friend because you invest 1 hour quality time a week with him. And I was thinking how much time we invest almost every day, most of us, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, some even more hours with the Holy Name. But often it's not really quality time because we are somewhere else. We are not really there with the Holy Name. So when we can chant with this awareness that the Holy Name is actually a person and we are interacting with the Holy Name as we chant, then it becomes like first class quality time. And if we spend a lot of hours like this, can you imagine how our relationship with the Holy Name and how our relationship with the Lord will actually mature and will grow and will flourish, actually. So it's actually very, very inspiring and very encouraging to actually focus into those quality times when we chant the Holy Name by entering this mysterious realm of awareness that the Holy Name is actually living name. So today I went out of my notes. I was moved by some other inspiration. I still have the notes for today, but I did not use much, just the first I was using. So next time we will keep in the same topic and we will look at the note I had for today. I see that Venuya Mataji has raised her arm. Yes, Venuya.
Hare Krishna, please accept my most humble obeisance, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much. I got only the last part, but this was very important for me. It is said we should not approach Krishna directly. No? We should approach Krishna through the spiritual master and then through Lord Nityananda and so. And here, the holy name, we approach directly. Also, is it okay that we approach Krishna through the holy name directly? Because when I say I give myself in the hands of the holy name, it means I give myself in Krishna's hands. Also, is this okay that we approach Krishna through the holy name directly?
Yes, it is. It is. Just you should not overstep Guru. So therefore, when we start, then we consciously offer obeisances to the spiritual master and ask for his blessing and guidance. And we know also that our ability to serve the holy name is very much dependent on the blessings of Guru and the teachings of Guru that we have. So it's not, it's at no time Guru or the Vaishnavas actually totally disappear from the picture. Even in the spiritual world, when we will be rendering service, there will not be just us and the holy name. Devotees will be around and Nitya Siddhas and and associates of the Lord will be there. So they will be always there, but it's totally fine with the blessing of the spiritual master. to turn into this exclusive relationship with the holy name. And it's even necessary and very much recommended. Therefore, actually, Bhujan Prabhu and His Holiness Sachinandana Swami started this program in the Govardhan retreat called Alone with Krishna. It means it's a time we exclude everything else and we really focus into that relationship. So it's totally all right. Just it should not be done in the sense, okay, I don't need my guru. I can go now to Radha and Krishna alone. No, guru should always be there, and we always ask for blessing. And whatever realization, whatever inspiration come, we always know that was the blessings of guru. There's nothing to do really with me.
Thank you very much, Florian. Would you also, nevertheless, of this prayer also pray to, as for instance, Sri Radha Mada Mahan, that also to give up control, to give ourselves in your hands, or would you say they only pray to the holy name and this is enough? Also, what would you recommend?
It's actually because we are trying to move into understanding or even realizing that the holy name is a person. So if you connect to the holy name with Radha Madan Mohan, then it's perfect. It's grandiose. It's great. It's very great. It can be your deities. It can be Radha Madan Mohan. I mean, they are your deities anyway. But it's very good. Just we have to keep always them together. Not that we forget the name, and we are just with Radha Madan Mohan, which will be also totally okay. Much better to chant and be with Radha Madan Mohan than to be with so many other things of the world. But if you can keep the name and the form and the person close together in the awareness, then that's really like the best of best. Best of best.
Thank you very, very much. All the best for you all.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining. And Krishna, next week we are traveling next Monday we are traveling to Golokadam. We are coming for Janmastami for the festival. So it might be a little hang. I will keep you updated. Maybe if Krishna willing, maybe we can do it on Tuesday before Janmastami festival start. But I guess most of you will be engaged, involved into organization for Janmastami, and it might not be so easy to join. Let's see how the inspiration come. But for sure, we'll keep digging and keep looking at realizing that the holy name is living. That's very, very nice. Thank you all for joining and wishing you a wonderful chanting and all glories to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, for this beautiful and wonderful gift of Krishna consciousness and gift of the holy name. By His mercy only, we are able to offer a little service. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai Harinam Prabhu ki, Jai.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you.